Welcome back to Primetime News.
And a special welcome once again to our viewers on onespotmedia.com.
Up first this evening, a diplomatic row has been simmering between Washington and Kingston over Jamaica's refusal to accredit the spouse of an American diplomat.
Now, the dispute is threatening to sour diplomatic relations between the traditional allies.
Milton Walker has more in this report.
Earlier this year, the United States government wrote to the Jamaican government seeking its approval for the married partner of a diplomat about to be posted to Jamaica and who is in a same-sex relationship to be given diplomatic immunity and all the privileges of a diplomat. It's believed the Jamaican government did not respond to the request in a timely manner. The US sent another diplomatic note demanding a response. The Jamaican government responded, rejecting the request. A senior government source told TVJ News, quote, that an approval of the request would mean Jamaica recognizing same-sex marriage, which is illegal in this country, end quote. Our sources tell us the US then responded, rejecting a request from the Holness administration to extend the stay of 3 Jamaican diplomats in our embassy and consulates in the United States. The US served notice that the trio must leave immediately after their 5-year diplomatic visa expires. This is in contrast to what now obtains, where extensions to diplomatic visas for Jamaican diplomats beyond the 5-year period would be routine. Among those affected are Jamaica's ambassador to the United States, Audrey Marks, and Consul General Oliver Mayer, based in Miami, who the Americans say must leave and return to Jamaica this year. It's not known what other diplomatic measures, if any, the US government might take against Jamaica in light of the government's refusal to grant immunity to the spouse of one of its diplomats. Milton Walker, TVJ News.
Wow. All right. So there's something to talk about. Let's talk about it. Hello everyone, this is Keith. Welcome to the Ghetto Sapien channel, your home of inner city intelligence. So that is a flex move right there. The Biden administration, by appointing a gay diplomat to Jamaica, that's kind of like rubbing it in their face, because it's pretty well known that the Jamaicans aren't all that keen about the whole LGBTQ thing. They've gotten a lot better since my parents were alive, because they were like almost Iran level of beating the crap out of someone if they were found to be gay. I don't advocate that at all. I'm just saying that's what the environment was a few years ago. So this is an improvement, the fact that they didn't send the U.S. diplomat back on Air Jamaica the minute she got off the plane. But, trying to make the country force a change on them like this, so dramatic, to make them recognize same-sex marriage, I think it's abusive. I mean, look, Arab nations are way worse. They have more strict laws on the books about homosexuality, where I'm pretty sure in some countries you get the death sentence. They go but no one talks about Kuwait or Qatar or Jordan or Saudi Republic, Dubai, things like that. Have much more draconian views on the whole LGBTQ community. But unlike Africa and the West Indies, the American government doesn't say anything about that, which is quite telling. My opinion, just let you know who they think is important, who has some sort of juice, and who just needs to follow the game plan no matter what. That would be Jamaica. Jamaicans are, at least in that report, they're worried about what the Americans under Biden might do to put more pressure on Jamaica to back down on their views of traditional marriage. And it might be the next step. They'll just start canceling. They won't renew visas, work visas, visiting, student visas from Jamaica. They just won't recognize them anymore. They're going to continue to put pressure on them because, look, the left, who's running the government now under the Biden administration, they're deep into the LGBTQ community. They're really pushing just about any agenda they have to push. Just look at. Did you see the Pride gathering in front of the White House in June, and had some topless, confused male on the lawn of the White House of all things. They had the Pride flags up. One they had between the two, that American flag, two Pride flags up at the White House. Like, we're all for this. Like, their flag represents a country that we're honoring and something like that. So when you see that, and then also they're willing to send back 3 Jamaican diplomats just because Jamaica won't recognize, won't hand over the same, diplomatic graces to the quote unquote spouse of one American ambassador, one American diplomat in Jamaica, so they can send back 3 Jamaican diplomats. That's how much they care for the LGBT community, and that's how little they give a crap about a sovereign nation that happens to be black for the most part. This isn't the first time the left, in the guise of the Biden administration or the Obama administration, has pushed the whole embrace of gay rights to another country. Obama did this back in 2015, if I remember correctly. According to The Advocate, which is a pro-gay magazine, Obama isn't quiet about the LGBT, up to the Q, LGBT rights, even in Jamaica trip. This is back again in 2015, against a backdrop of LGBT youth literally living in storm drains and a gay man stoned to death in the street. President Obama used his trip to Jamaica this week to hail the example of a young lesbian activist in Jamaica. So, like I said, that's terrible. I don't agree with gay people not being safe in their homes or not being able to work and things like that, or love whoever they want to love. I don't care. Don't like it when they push it to kids. There are groups within the LGBT community who aren't down with that either, so good for them. It's Gays Against Groomers is a group that that's trying to separate themselves from pedophiles, which a lot of people on the left seems to want to equate the entire gay community with pedophilia, which is disgusting and wrong. So, I'm not like the old school Jamaicans, like what my parents were raised with. I'm a lot more, live and let live. Again, don't redefine marriage. Leave the kids alone. After that, I don't care what 2 adult consenting mammals do in the privacy of their home. Couldn't care less. But it is curious why the Obama administration has a history of pushing this. Like I said, this is not the first time they pushed this on Jamaica. And it was under Obama that marriage was redefined in the United States in the first place. Back in 2008, when Obama was running for president, he swore up and down that he believed in the traditional marriage, man and a woman, even pointed to the Bible as to why he believed that way. 2 years later, he was celebrating the Supreme Court's overturning of, Supreme Court finding some way to change the definition of marriage. He lit up the White House in rainbow colors, and turns out that he never, ever was in favor of traditional marriage, according to his own advisor. David Axelrod let the cat out of the bag. This is back in 2015. Axelrod, Obama misled the nation when he opposed gay marriage in 2008. So basically, he says Obama lied. And this is 2015. 2015, like I said. Barack Obama misled, aka lied, Americans for his own political benefit when he claimed in the 2008 election to oppose same-sex marriage for religious reasons. His former political strategist, David Axelrod, writes in his new book, Believer, My 40 Years in Politics. So David Axelrod, Obama's boy, bust him big time. And Obama would go so far as to use the Bible to placate the American public, to let them think that he was a traditional Christian and believed in traditional marriage. And turned out he was lying through his teeth using the Bible. Look, I think Biden is fake. He has a fake support of the LGBT community. I think he's just doing it just if even is aware that there is an LGBT community. I don't think he's all there. But whoever's pulling his strings, I don't think Biden really cares about the LGBT community. I don't think a lot of Democrats do, a lot of politicians. It's just they're just trying to get the group behind them. Obama, on the other hand, I think is the real deal. I don't know if he's gay, but he seems pushing the gay agenda, the LGBTQ agenda. I think for him was given a much higher importance than pushing anything for the black community, for America at large. He really seemed to focus a lot of his energies on the gay community, even to this day. Recently, he lambasted parent groups for their rejection of books that are in libraries for children. Obama praised the librarians who allowed these books in school libraries, and I couldn't even show you the drawings in the book because they're just outright gay porn, and they're for children. And this is something that Obama endorses, knowing what's in the books. What's up with that dude? Seriously. It's just highly unusual. And I'm not the only one who saw it this way too, because even Newsweek magazine, this is back in 2013, suggested that Biden's the first gay president. This is, again, all in celebration of the change of the definition of marriage. But I'm starting to think that's just no coincidence. And I'm seeing that a lot within the black community, too. They're starting to question Obama's, not gender, but his manhood, as we would say. And that he seems to be a little down with the LGBT community more than your average male would be. But just something to speculate there. That's pretty much all I got to say on this subject. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.